មាជិកគណៈបកសង្គ្រោះជាតិប្រាជ្ញាផ្លេចមានសាមគ្គីក្រុមនានាសង្គ្រោះបំរើការពារកម្ពុជាខ្មែរព្រមរកគ្នាពីមពីសិទ្ធិសេរីឯករាជ្យបូរណភាពអធិបតេយ្យខ្មែរប្រស្រីបដូរផ្ដាច់ថែរក្សាមិនឲ្យបរទេសឈ្លានពានមកត្រួតត្រាសម្បត្តិដូនតាធនធានជាតិខ្មែរព្រះអាទិត្យរាំងបំភ្លឺកម្ពុជាខ្មែរឯកភាពគ្នាដងស្រាយបញ្ហានយោបាយសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គមអហិង្សាសេដ្ឋកិច្ចថ្លៃថ្លាជីវភាពរុងរឿងដីយើងពូជយើងភូខលយើងខ្មែរក្រោកឡើងសង្គ្រោះជាតិខេមរាបោះឆ្នោតឲ្យចំដល់អំណាចជូនប្រជាដើម្បីកម្ពុជារួមរឿងសេនសានជ័យយោគណៈបកសង្គ្រោះជាតិសមាជិកគណៈបកសង្គ្រោះជាតិប្រាជ្ញាថ្មីគ្មានសាមគ្គីក្រុមនានាសង្គ្រោះបំរើការពារកម្ពុជាខ្មែរព្រមរកគ្នាពីមពីសិទ្ធិសេរីឯករាជ្យបូរណភាពអធិបតេយ្យខ្មែរប្រស្រីបដូរផ្ដាច់ថែរក្សាមិនឲ្យបរទេសឈ្លានពានមកត្រួតត្រាសម្បត្តិដូនតាធនធានជាតិខ្មែរព្រះអាទិត្យរាំងបំភ្លឺកម្ពុជាខ្មែរឯកភាពគ្នាដងស្រាយបញ្ហានយោបាយសេដ្ឋកិច្ចសង្គមអហិង្សាសេដ្ឋកិច្ចថ្លៃថ្លាជីវភាពរុងរឿងដីយើងពូជយើងភូខលយើងខ្មែរក្រោកឡើងសង្គ្រោះជាតិខេមរាបោះឆ្នោតឲ្យចំផ្ដល់អំណាចជូនប្រជាដើម្បីកម្ពុជារួមរឿងសេនសាន
And hello and welcome. Thank you for joining our live show. My name is Linda Wu and I will be your host for tonight or today or this morning. Today is September 10 in the USA, 2024. Again, thank you for joining me and thank you for joining our show. I just want to take a little bit talking about September 11. Tomorrow is September 11. It's been 23 years. So what is September 11? So on a September 11, 2001, on a clear, sunny summer day, nearly 3,000 people died due to coordinated suicide attack carried out against the United States by Al-Qaeda terrorists. So September 11 attack has a lasting consequences on military policy, politics, and also a foreign relationship between the U.S. But from that day, the U.S., for us that living in the United States, we have risen from the ashes of that horrible day, and we slowly continue to heal as a nation. So our heart and our prayer are still with the family that going through this every single year, every day, because of the loss of their loved ones. So tomorrow could be 23 years, and we do remember. So again, thanks again for joining us. I just want to show a little bit that this show is called Khmer Youth Voices for Justice. Our purpose of this show is to amplify the voice of young Cambodian in the diaspora community, advocating for justice, democracies, and human rights in Cambodia. Through this platform, we aim to unite, inspire, and empower youth. Even though I'm a little older youth, I still want to empower our younger generations. We want to stand up against oppressions, and we want the future of freedom, equality, and lasting peace for our motherland, which is Cambodia. Through this show, you might have known that many people are older. That's because they want to share their story, they want to share their experience to our younger generation. So this way we seek to raise awareness regarding Cambodia. And one of the other topic, or one of the other side of the main purpose of the show, is to raise awareness about local issue that impact the Cambodian community because of the infiltrations within our diaspora community. So we cannot allow authoritarian regime to undermine our democracy value and intimidate us by using our voice overseas or our concern regarding Cambodia. So it is crucial that we continue to champion the rights and freedom of the people of Cambodia, and also by using our voice. So I encourage everyone to use your voice because the people of Cambodia will not able to use their voice to express their concern. So on that note, our topic for today is rich culture, arts, and music, a stage for all, including dictator. So I have a pleasure of having one of my wonderful guests. He's new on the show, but I'm hoping that he's gonna return, hopefully monthly, to share his experience, to share his input. He's really great. We get really great discussion. So let me welcome him in a little bit. But before I start, I want to invite everyone to join our peaceful rally. We have one this weekend, this Saturday, in Long Beach, California, so September 14, and another one in Washington, D.C., starting October 11 to 14. So this rally are for everyone to join together to voice our concern on CLV DTA project that the Cambodian government has signed contract to put 4 provinces, even more, for development with Vietnam and Laos. So we are requesting the Cambodian government to withdraw Cambodia out of CLV DTA project. So please join our movement, please join our rally. It's a platform for the Cambodian community or anyone that love Cambodia, love the land, love the culture, to express their concern regarding this project. So please join us this Saturday in Long Beach. I will be there. If you have any questions, put it in the chat and I will more than happy to answer any questions. And also I be able to connect you because I will be there. Hope to see everyone's there. Also, October 11 to 14, but I know for sure we will have other rallies going on from next week till hopefully the end of the year. So as soon as I have any information, I will share as well. So if you have not been to any of the CLV DTA project rally, please show up, please join our movement, please. And the movement is not by any political party, it's by the voices of Cambodian overseas that care and concern about Cambodia. So please join to voice your opinion on this thing. We give you a platform. So please show up and make your voice heard. On that case, thank you so much. Let me introduce my guest. His name is Mr. Sokha Ung. His last name also U, start with U, but I do not know him. We do not have any family related, but let me bring him out. ជំរាបសួរលោក Sokha
ជំរាបសួរក្មួយ Linda and ជំរាបសួរបងប្អូនជនរួមជាតិដែល តាមដានទស្សនា So greeting to everyone, and I must say it was a very nice introduction and also Thank you very much for bringing the September 11th awareness. When I'm now is I got a goosebump just saying the word September 11th, and we can see the destruction caused by authoritarian outsiders, that what they can do to a beautiful democratic country. And I thank you for bringing this up, and we all should remember what happened and who caused it and why. And also appreciate very much for doing a good work on the CLE issue. And I have seen that people across the nation, from east to west, from north to south of the United States, we all participate and do this one time or another. And it was very good that you continue to do that. And I definitely would like to join if it's a time allow. And so keep it up and inform. And thank you. And so I'll give it back to you, and so you can ask questions or whatever you want to do. And I'm a little bit nervous. This is my first time on the live show, but I will try to compose myself.
I've been doing this for so many years, but it's always new, it's always exciting. It's not about it's not more exciting. It's more like there's so many things to talk about, and there's so many things going wrong in Cambodia. There's so many things when you're talking about democracy, when you're talking about human rights, it's always issue, and it's always but doesn't matter how many people watching or how many people put comment and stuff. I always believe that there's hope, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and one day, true democracy, and one day the people of Cambodia will experience the true democracy that we have, if it's not close to the America, but somehow what true democracy with true free, fair, and just elections.
Yes.
with the choice of their leaders. Yeah.
I agree.
So now, since you are the first time here at the show, tell me or tell our viewers something about Mr. Sokha, who he is, where he's from. Tell us a little bit that you can share with us.
Okay, well, thank you. Probably a few people that been involved with the Cambodia, the democracy, the CNRP, most of them probably know me at one time or the other. And I must admit that I have actually, to start with, I came to this country in 1975. And between 1975 and probably 2012, I was so busy about making a life here, about my family, and very little that I pay attention to what is going on back in my homeland, Cambodia. Of course, I did follow the big events, such as the peace agreement and stuff like that. I do follow, but I never did really get involved in the Cambodia against the dictatorship, something like that, until 2012. 2012, I had met people from CNRP, actually in San Jose. I visit there. So since 2012 until now, I've been pretty much very active. Not exactly be a member of any organization solidly, but I do work with them, support them, and I've been to several rallies, either sponsored by CNRP in Washington D.C. or anywhere that I could go. One thing that I really want to go is I hopefully this year that Hun Manet would be coming to New York, and maybe I would have a chance to go there and join our brothers and sisters who are fighting against dictatorships and of Cambodia. Personally, I am an old man, and I appreciate that very much, that you appreciate the older generation to come here and probably offer you some advice. And of course, as an older generation, we can also learn from you and appreciate. And especially, I follow you and many or the young generation, then that I and a lot of the older generation, we're so proud and so happy to see younger generation participate in the political system of Cambodia. And like I should mention that we are also excited about the uh, recent election at Lowell area, that Darahong. It was, it really made my day. I saw the outcome in the evening, and so I must say that that night I had a very, very peaceful and good sleep.
Great,
But
great.
anyway, I already, mature, and I was about 17, 18 when in 1970. So, and I was actually finished high school there and start going to college, and then finally I did join the armed force of Cambodia, fighting against the communist and Vietnam and so on. And I think, and right now I reside in the West Coast, moving from the East Coast about 6 years ago. And I think that's about all about me. And if you have any other question, please feel free to ask.
Thank, thank you, Lục Pu. Yes, I'm always encourage. I always encourage our youth to basically not to join a political party, to join anything, to start out just to learn about Cambodia, what's going on in Cambodia, and also that, like, I'm very encouraged when I see many youths that they, when I go to protest, the parent bringing their kid, their children, their grandchildren, and explain why they're doing this. It's very important that the children, the younger generation know why you holding sign. It's very important that they explain like what's going on. Don't assume that the younger generations would understand what's going on.
Mhm.
And when you said that you are busy having family, having full-time job, you're not the only one. And I want to tell people that my age, you guys are not the only one who has a full-time job. I have a full-time job. I have a husband. I have a daughter. I have a full-time home at home too. So everyone have a family, but you just have to do what you have time to do. To another word in English, what they call, if you want to do it, you will find a way. So even though it's busy, and I am, I do understand. I do feel guilty about that as well. That when I was younger, trying to go to college, trying to get a job, and all that, just concentrating on speaking English, concentrating on building a life, and at the same time, not so concentrating on what's going on in Cambodia. So if anyone who my age or younger or still in college or starting out with their career, you guys not the only one. And I encourage, very encourage. Yeah.
You know what, Kumulinda, it's not the fact that they so busy they can do it. It just they were not aware of what things go on. It's up to my generation now that I've learned that I haven't done much growing up. Yeah, I mean, during the between 1975 up to about 2012, it's just because I was not aware of things going on. So it's up to me, the generation, as well as you, and we have to give the young generation the awareness of what's happening. I'm pretty sure, as much as we are busy doing take care of our own life, but if we are aware of the bad things that's happening, I'm pretty sure that they will find time to do it. So I want to make sure that it's not that it was not the busy part that cut me away. It was not that. It was that I was not aware of that. As a minute I had met people in CNRP at that time was Lokam Sokha, and hear what he had to say, and see people that had already built up a group. And once I became aware, and then everything's changed. So it's not that being busy, it's not, it is the information's not coming out and it is up to me, you, and the rest of us to try to push it out there. And that is the reason why I'm here also.
And we are lucky in a sense that we are outside the country, outside Cambodia. So we
Yes.
have many, not a lot, but many independent medias that we can listen to, we can read about. Whereas people in Cambodia, it's all blocked out, and it's mainly it's propaganda that thank you, peace. So but I'm still every time I see youth in Cambodia that despite all the oppression, despite everything, they still able to not go against, to raise their voice, raise their awareness. And that's what something that I'm still, I said, I still have hope. And people said, how come they're not rising? They're not, it's a matter of time. When it's just a matter of time that people hungry enough to say enough is enough. So in that case, and I'm thankful that you are here to share your experience, and also to not just don't stop today. Make sure when you're home and you at a meeting, you share with the kid. You share that this is what real Cambodia is. I know many younger youth love music, love partying. That just people would gravitate to with fun, but at the same time they need to aware what's going on. And that's the reason why we're here today. We want everyone to aware what's going on, especially in the community. I live probably an hour from Long Beach, so I'm trying to find out what's going on with the Khmer community, what's going on, why they doing this, why they doing that. And many times, it's doesn't matter where we at, we have to have a voice. We have to say, that's not correct. That's not something that they are trying to doing something again, democracy and human right, and they're doing it in the land of the free, which is America. So our topic today is rich culture, arts, and music, a stage for all, including dictator. I'm gonna bring up a slide, not a slide, a poster, and then we'll have Lukpu describe what we're talking about. Let me see if I can share screen. Were you able to see this?
Yes. It's fine.
It's fine. Okay. This is called Cambodia Day. Now I'm gonna let Lukpu describe it, because this is something that closer to you. It's a long way from me, but it's still in California. But I want Lukpu to describe this and say what's going on with this.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And first of all, I want to make a little correction that it's in San Francisco, Northern California. But believe me, this is they call inaugural. That means it's going to be multiple one from one big city to another city. And before I start saying anything negative about these things, and I would like to make sure that audience, Cambodian Americans, Cambodians in Cambodia, and all the Cambodians across the world to understand that we all love our culture. We all want to see our culture being seen in the world. We all want to see others appreciate our culture. And so when we start speaking negatively about things and such as this event, it doesn't mean that we don't love our culture. We love them very much. And we support them. And I can go to talk to everybody. And there's not a soul that say that, oh, I don't like our culture. I would rather prefers American culture or Indian culture or anything like that. We love our culture. So that thing must be clear. Now, let's go back to the Cambodia Day. I heard about this maybe 3 or 4 months ago. about the event, and I was very close to one of the organizer, the person that was has hands on this event. So we talk about that, and I really like that, and it come to the point that one day I decide to make an RSVP because I want to go see, because it sounded like a really good chance for me to get in touch with my culture. And as I go through the website, I found something that really troublesome. And I found there are connections possible. I wouldn't say that's for sure, but all indication it yeah, that's picture right there. There's that four people there, then that and about Cambodian pride, and there's nothing Cambodian about anything. It's Hun Sen country, okay, but we're not going to talk about that. And get back to how I find out some connection between Cambodia Day and possibly the government of Cambodia. While I was trying to do the RSVP, I went through to find out some sponsor. And but in the past, we always know that this is always back in my mind. Um, uh, you can feel something that's not like a hunch, or you can feel something is not right. But I went ahead anyway, trying to do the RSVP. But anyway, in the process of RSVP, I have found out some of the sponsor that they were listed on the website is no longer there. So, but could you bring up the list of the sponsor and the picture, and
Yes.
so I can see what caused me to
Let me see.
evolve into today's.
A different screen. Hold on.
It's not
Yeah.
that screen. It's the picture that I sent to you. The one of the
No.
picture.
Let me see. Screen. Share screen.
Yeah, it's just a picture. And,
Is it the listing of performing and sponsor?
no, it's not. I text you. It's just an image, JPG.
Let's see.
Or we can get back later if you want
Yes,
to.
we can get back later. Yes.
Because what happened was that the reason we okay. What happened when I found out a little connection there, I make a contact to the organizer, and ask them the question, what is going on there. And when I asked the question, I was, like usually people would delete it. So I take screenshot of those, of all those government logos. And but anyway, those logo kind of give me the indication that there are government of Cambodia is involved in there, even though they decline, and they say no, there's nothing like that at all. So that's based on those sponsor list, and I sort of kind of have a tied in two together. I hope you can find that that picture that I sent to you this morning. It's just a JPG. It's not a link or anything like that. But anyway, so that's how I start to be, have some suspicion about what's the reality of the Cambodia Day. Now, before I start digger into more negativity about the event, I must say that it started out with a very good intention. I believe it's a very, very good intention, but somehow it's personally, I feel like it's being hijacked and to serve other purpose. So you find the picture?
No, I did not find a picture.
It should be on your phone message this morning.
I only have the YouTube video.
Okay, well, now I can uh, go beyond that a little bit. Is there any way that I can share the screen from here too, or
I'm not sure. If, I never been on the other side.
okay, all right. So talking about this, I would like to bring up to Cambodian Americans who live in this country that Hun Sen is a dictator. He has done a lot of things oppressing our Cambodian who lives in Cambodia. And recently he must have hired a very good PR or something. And now he's trying to change his image. He's trying to manipulate and show the world outside Cambodia a different picture of himself. And the way he does that, he has three tactics that I have observed. He's doing very intelligently. Use those three tactics. One is he used religion. Second, he used the genocide. And number three is use of the culture show. Religion. If you live in the United States, you probably have witnessed temples after temples in different cities and had been overtaken by CPP sympathizers to the point that in some of those temples, we cannot even go there and have a gathering meeting, talk about anything politics. They just say no politics, period. And at that point, you and I, we had exchanged a little bit about what does it mean, no politics? And we agree that no politics actually is a sharp, nice, a sharp political uh, ways to shut you up. So by telling us no politics, it means they are actually practicing a negative politics against us. So that and that's religion. There, probably if you ask Cambodian American across the United States, they probably say, "Oh, I can't go to that place and talk about this or that anymore." Or this place used to be, we can go there and have a meeting, and the monk would just leave us alone. Not anymore. But fortunately, we still have a few that allow us to do it. And genocide, which the second tactics, for the past 2 years, probably, every April, I can hear across the United States, there are people not celebrating, but remembering the genocide. And yes, I participate in those. I remember, I shed my tears about the lost souls, about the tragedy that happened in Cambodia. I go there to participate in uh, the genocide remembrance, and I think of those people. But I think the Hun Sen government or the dictator himself is using that to shift our concentration from what is he doing is, and that is the best way. If you, that's the reason I'm saying he's a very smart, or he hiring a very good PR that say, hey, just let people think about this, and they will forget about something else. Just like like there are times that we don't feel hungry because we have something else to concentrate on, and that's exactly what they are using the genocide to steer our thought away from what's really happening. Now it comes the third one is very important and related to we were talking about tonight, culture show. And like you have mentioned already, that our youth like to enjoy themselves with the music and something like that. So what is the best way to just push them in that direction? So we have seen culture shows all over the place. And yesterday, I think I seen the pro CPP people in Long Beach, and maybe recently, I don't know when they do a sort of judging the singer or something like that. So that
Usually New Year's in
okay,
Long.
so that's No, but this one, I think they have a competition where it's judged, and all those judged, I can see those are from the Hun Sen supporters doing that. So in other words, they just make you concentrate on something else other than and the real dark issue that happening in Cambodia. I can spot the CPP supporter very much by going to their Facebook, and they never say anything about what's going on in Cambodia. If you just believe them, Cambodia probably is heaven on earth. And
Yeah,
so that is
Cambodia have election. They have elections, but it's not. There's no opposition. There's no main opposition. If you go to their website, there's no such things as opposition. There's no such thing as oppressions of the media, because in Cambodia there's 60, 70 media outlet that telling how good the economy is, how good Cambodia is, but in reality, that just their television. There is no independent medias in Cambodia, and that's what the reason why we doing the show here, and we also bring Lupus here, so that way you can tell those are something that they want you to see. Anything that they want you to see, it's not true. It's just sugarcoating what's
yes.
the issue is.
Okay, with that, I like I had mentioned the last one, the dictator of Cambodia has used the culture show to sort of shift our concentration away. So with that, could you play the video "Long Arms of Dictatorship"?
Yes.
That can kind of describe everything what the Hun Sen's mindset.
The longtime Prime Minister of Cambodia, is reaching out to the Cambodian diaspora in America. Well, what I'm about to tell you might just shock you. Hun Sen, who has been in power for is known for his tight grip on Cambodia, but recently there's been a buzz about his government's influence extending far beyond the borders. Yes, you heard that right. There are claims that Hun Sen is actually buying the support of Cambodian Americans. But how is this happening? It all starts with money. Reports have surfaced that Hun Sen's government is funneling funds into Cambodian American communities. It's not just about financial aid or community support, it's about buying loyalty. Scholarships for students, funding for cultural events, and even direct payments, all aimed at winning favor. Now, why would Hun Sen do this? The answer is influence. By garnering support from the Cambodian community in America, he's not just ensuring loyalty back home, but also building a network of influence abroad. This can have significant implications, from swaying opinions to political lobbying. Think about it. Cambodian Americans have a voice, a powerful one. They vote, they advocate, they influence policies. By securing their support, Hun Sen is playing a strategic game, one that extends his reach and solidifies his power. But this isn't just about politics, it's about identity. For many Cambodian Americans, there's a deep connection to their homeland, and Hun Sen is tapping into this connection, using it to create a sense of obligation and loyalty. It's a move that's both brilliant and unsettling. So what can we do about it? Awareness is the first step. By understanding these tactics, we can start to question and challenge them. It's essential to stay informed and critically evaluate the motivations behind such actions. This is a complex issue, one that requires us to dig deeper and look beyond the surface. But by doing so, we can protect the integrity of our communities and ensure that our voices remain our own. Thanks for watching. Stay informed, stay critical, and most importantly, stay connected. See you next time.
I want to add a little bit on that. I just want our audience to know that Hun Sen spent a lot of money, especially into the U.S. Lukbu bring up a culture show, a culture where, and culture and also temple with religion. In the lobby in the United States government, Hun Sen spend lots and lots. You're talking about millions on lobby firm to make Cambodia, to better image of Cambodia to the lawmaker at Washington, D.C. And this is not something that I make up or anybody make up. Cambodia ambassador who's agreed to pay $70,000 a month to U.S. lobbying firm Quavis to help advocates and repair Hun Sen reputations. Also, Akin Gum, $60,000 a month to make Cambodia look better to the United States. And that's when we have the report from the Cambodian government, the lobby, showing number. And beside that, what Luk Pu said, temple with monk and culture. Go ahead, Luk Pu.
Okay, from that video, there's a couple of things that caught my attention. Is that we have to be aware and look deeper beyond the surface, and that's what we should do. And that's what I'm here to dig deeper, and by digging deeper, we can find something underneath of that. And now we go on to the next thing that I see, the why the Cambodia Day somehow give me a sense of being invaded by the Cambodian government or something like, is that they invite Mr. Khmer Saraymon, very popular, but also a staunch supporter of Mr. Hun Sen. Everything that Mr. Hun Sen do, he praised in the musics, and basically I only can have a document about him, but most of the artists, such as the Mr. Kame and the big one, Priap Sawat or something like, they all, you probably can run across him wearing uniform and stuff like that. So they are big supporters of Hun Sen, and that's the reason we have a heartache seeing a group of Cambodian American who live in the land of the free inviting such a person to come to the United States so we can cheer and applaud him. It's just beyond my reason.
You forgot his title. He's not just Mr. Khmer Saraymon.
Okay,
what is his title?
Mr.
From the royal.
Yeah, tycoon. He's a tycoon, and
he's a tycoon.
So Cambodian culture, it's really huge, and you have to support the. So there is no doubt that he is a supporter, and possibly he's being sent by Mr. Hun Sen, the dictator, to be part of his culture show that trying to shift our. And not only that, while doing some research on him on Facebook, he just saying that he's coming here and he's so proud of it, and he asking us to see him about buying some property. And so to support that, say, I'm not lying, would you please play the next videos about Mr. Saraymon and his real estate business?
I'm more than happy to play on the tycoon.
Thank you.
Let me see.
Group Yip Sua, who mean of own Oknia, that runners are on group. And if you mark an Simon mean Mahakajumadan, now mean can't change young percent way, the can come tea, Cambodia day, the cap to and trade, subsign of a quarry of my, the Ruchika tank people on the talk my, sop of Krobajang, the country block. Rip Jun Pumin on that kind of Shimaka Simon and showroom some day, Nang of Salapaco come here, night Samai. នឹងមានសិល្បករបុរាណជាច្រើនទៀតក៏ដូចជាមានការចូលរួមពីតន្ត្រីករសិល្បករនៅសហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកផងដែរការប្រគំតន្ត្រីនេះនៅថ្ងៃទី28ខែកញ្ញាឆ្នាំ2024នេះហើយមានទីតាំងនៅ Union Square ទីក្រុង San Francisco សហរដ្ឋអាមេរិកប្រពន្ធជើញពុំមានបងប្អូនទាំងអស់គ្នាចូលរួមបានច្រើនកកទាំងអស់គ្នាដើម្បីលើកស្ទួយនៅកម្ពុជារបស់យើងទៅកាន់ឆាកពិភពលោកលើកស្ទួយវប្បធម៌អរិយធម៌ក៏ដូចជាលទ្ធផលខ្មែរទៅកាន់ពិភពលោកឲ្យកាន់តែទូលំទូលាយ ខ្ញុំបាទថ្ងៃនេះក៏បានពំនាំយកទៅគម្រោងយ៉ាងផ្សេងមួយគឺគម្រោងបេះដូងអង្គរដែលមានទីតាំងនៅខេត្តសៀមរាបក្បែរក្រុងសៀមរាបបើសិនជាពូមីងលោកតានិយាយឆ្លាញ់ទៅដេងអង្គរដល់បវរនេះយើងពេលនោះក្មួយនឹងយកប្លង់រឹងចៅនឹងយកប្លង់រឹងទៅបន្តម្ដងដើម្បីបង្កភាពកក់ក្ដៅជូនលោកតានិយាយក៏ដូចជាពូមីងទាំងអស់គ្នាហើយអាចចារណាភ្លាមបានតែម្ដងសូមអរគុណ
There you have it. He's not just coming to promote culture, he's coming to promote his business. And I'm not, if our audience does not understand what he's saying, he said he's looking forward to coming to San Francisco, Union Square to perform. He's going to bring culture, and also there's modern culture and also everything. And at the end of the video, he also said that he's going to bring his realty business. That if you want to buy a piece of land in Cambodia to build home, a piece of realty in Cambodia, he's able to do that. In Angkor Wat.
That does would Angkor Wat bring up something to you about the real estate there?
Yes, if you follow my show, and if you follow my show, I have done so many shows regarding the placement of people in Angkor Wat, and it's approximately the same province, different location, but yes, you do not see the life where people are being kicked off of their land. 10,000 families being kicked off of the land that they have been living for generations and generations, and kicked out to a place called Rong Ta where it's undeveloped. There's no home for them, and dry land. There's no tree, and that's the government that we're talking about. And basing on this video, it's beautiful. It has some tree, but if you even to research about Cambodia, what percentage of the tree being cut every single month, you'll be devastating. And when we're talking about Angkor Wat, when he's talking about Angkor Wat, it hit me that the other side of that property is people are suffering, are crying, and begging the regime to give back their land. But unfortunately, it's been due to the pretend of preserving the Angkor, people are being kicked out without, and UNESCO is denying that they are telling Hun Sen to do this. But it's very the really abusive on human rights and the people right to live on their land. It's not protected.
Yeah, when I watched that videos and the Shazy area around Angkor, and I just like you right there, and it's just something popped in my mind. Said, could that be the land that they had been forced evacuated people out there? And I don't know for sure because I don't have the geography and the area to connect them together. But based on the past history, they have done that. Not like some area of Angkor, somewhere near Phnom Penh or something like that. They kick people out and then they build something else.
Many locations.
Right. So
Bangkok, beautiful lake. I remember beautiful lake, and they force people out. They put sand in the lake so they can build property and sell them as a private. And there's now reason on the news, Bang Tamok, the same thing, forcing people out. So people are, and also talking about forcing people out and forcing under development. What happened with the Funan canal?
Yeah, we've seen that too. And so every developments always have a portion of Cambodian suffering. Although I don't know exactly where this area that Saraimon is developing, but based on history, I'm pretty sure it probably more likely, if I have to bet on it, it has something to do with the forced evacuation of people as well. So that is that's in a nutshell. That's the reason why we are totally against bringing that Oknyao or that tycoon to, and he doesn't need money. He doesn't need money. And before well, I can say this later, but so I have to conclude that the only reason that he's here because government of Hun Sen want him to be here, want to poison us here, and not just us, probably world opinion and about Cambodia. So, and I think we should not just stay quiet and let this happening. Um, uh, I think in our, do you have any other question that?
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay.
Basically, you want to bring attention to this day, which is September 28th at Union Square in San Francisco. What would you like the people to know, or what would you like the people to do to go on strike, not to go on it? According to this, is over 6,000 people votes just to trying to win an entry to a preferred viewing passes. So to be closer to those entertainers. So that's the people that register. I think include you too, because you said you register and you got all these propaganda from this Royal of Cambodia. It's an all-day event. It's from 10 a.m. to 8:30. There's going to be shop. There's going to be music. There's going to be dancing. What would you like people to do after hearing this?
Okay, that's on that topic. Could I say a few things about what me and some old generation has done when seeing this?
Yes.
Okay, I can say blankly that I am against it. I'm not going to let my family go there. If I hate my family participate in those events, I will pull them out. And I'd be happy to say that, and I don't think that I want to say her name here, but when I had communication with her, I was so excited to hear she say that if my daughter being called for that, I will pull her out and keep her home. It's my right. So there are a negative sentiment toward these things also. And you asked me what do I want people to do, and this message probably not gonna be going to the people that already believe that Hun Sen is God, Hun Sen is like that. But this is my message is to people that say, hey, what is going on? They doubt, or especially the people who cares about what's going on in Cambodia. If you don't care about what's going on in Cambodia, forget it. This message is not going to go through you. You're just probably going to laugh at it. So for the people that still care, so people who still enjoy the freedom of these countries and appreciate the democracy in the land of free and have not been poisoned totally, a couple things that I would like to share is that for us, we need to be vigilant about things like this and inform people. That's for us. And we need to inform, to let people know about the 3 tactics that I have mentioned and about what Hun Sen is doing. We have to have a very strong community group that can react and together. And if you have the urge having to participate and at the same time want to say something, you probably could wear a t-shirt or a little poster or something, like walking around them, and to express your opinions or how you feel about it. And like you said, there's a lot of people there, but every little voice that you can do is it will help. And if we decided to kind of do a protest, a little protest or something like at the door, something like it, come to shake hands with the people that's there, and or join us. And that is not firm yet, but like there is possibility that we could show up. No matter how small it is, we have to have our voice heard. And there's a couple things that I want to share with you about the what we have done.
Yes.
And that is important. I am not just come up here and just speak out negatively or just kind of, like this to you. So we have done a few things. First of all, as soon as we find out about the involvement of the government and stuff like that, we had a discussion with the head of the Cambodian American Resource Agency, headed by Dr. Kara Uy, and she's she has been in that position for a while. And when I first met him, I really appreciate what she's doing. And now that she's participate in this, and as a matter of fact, we found out that she actually is since she's in a nonprofit organization, her group is the only group that can sponsor and ask for visa. I don't think anybody else. I don't know for sure, but I think that she must be the one who is responsible for that. And so we have a dialogue with her and explain to her about the possibility and who Raimunds are. And I don't want to, but she did, I would say harshly, that play ignorant, that she didn't know. And I'm not her, so I'm not going to speak saying that she is or she is not, but that's what she's doing. And after that, we did ask her for a few suggestions, what need to do, something like that, but that did not fall through. And and also we have asked people in Northern California in a form of asking them to sign in a list. And the title of the form was that people in Northern California who are against the Cambodian Day being used by the dictator. And we have collected in a very short period of time, probably 2 weeks, we collect almost 250 signatures.
Okay.
So we have those signatures, and we have contacted the mayor, and we have contacted the city council through email and explained to them what our concern, what we worry about it, and explain to them that this could be used as a propaganda machines to destroy our democracy or our effort to bring democracy to Cambodia. And we also plan to do some contact to other government agency, and because I don't think if Saraimon is here for a show, I don't think he's allowed to sell anything here, which is probably against the a visa application. And so I don't know that, but we still plan to do some contact with other government agency to see how they can help us. And also at the same time, I would like to take this occasion to clear up some of the defense that the people who support the Cambodia Day had been thrown at me. One of them is just say, why am I against a Khmer culture show to show about the culture? I have to think about that, because when that first statement hit me, I said, oh man, I'm a bad guy. Why am I against something that's total Cambodia? Then I realized that no, I'm not against the Cambodian show. I am against who is showing our culture And that's what I'm having. I'm against. And they were asking also, they follow up the question, asking me, would somebody that you don't like, would you be against it if they support our culture? I say, yeah. If Pol Pot is going to try to say something about my cultures and like that, I'm against it. If Kim Jong-un's come here and trying to promote the culture of North Korea, I probably don't like that either. And also, I want to make sure people know the definition of culture. Culture is actually the way of life, past, present, and possibly future. We can look at the past culture, very glory, our past culture, but we also have to pay attention to the present culture, which can describe two words: oppression and imprisonment. Those are our culture of the day, and then we must have enough courage to show those culture as well. If we are going to say or we talk about our culture, we can't just pick and choose, because if we ignore the present culture, what I call a silent genocide, we ignored our culture, and that's what the first genocide took place. If we continue to ignore this, we're going to have a second genocide, and I will call that a silent genocide. But I tell you what, it is as deadly. And I want to mention, this is my pet peeve. I always say, this first genocide, it was first they killed my father. The second genocide is then they kill my nation. That is what the second silent genocide could do. And another thing they said, those performers are being forced to support a millionaire. If you feel strongly that they are being forced to support, why bother to bring them in here? Just leave them alone. They will find peace. Why you had to bring them in? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. And another thing is that, we do this show to unite our community. I don't think so. Look at what happened in Lowell. Look what happened in Long Beach. It's when we bring in the long-armed dictator to our community, the community will be divided. And I will protect my San Jose community at all cost. We're not going to allow San Jose to be pawn to those people. And I hope that all of us will do the same thing in the big city. And before I go any further, I would like to take a break if you have any question about it, because I have the last item that I want to see it happen. So I'll leave it to you if you have any question. If you don't, I can go on.
No, I just want to add that if those entertained being forced to perform, we as an American, we as a Cambodian American, we have a choice not to show up and see it. If they bring someone here and nobody gonna watch them, they're not gonna bring any more. So for us that in the United States and we blindly ignore all the sign, ignore what's going on in Cambodia, and just go, and even though the ticket is free, basically you're going to support a regime that against and again human rights have been said again, that oppressions, no oppositions, and the people of Cambodia suffer each day. And if you go and you feel that those people are being forced to perform, don't go.
Yes.
And see it. Don't go. And if nobody show up, they're not going to bring anymore. So that's clear and simple.
I think that would be, to me, I think would maybe a balance if they bring it to some other artists, such as a Gears of Goodness, something like that, and that dare to sing about the social, a real culture. The people like Sir Raymond, something like that, they only dare to sing about fake culture, but the people who dare to say anything or sing about the real culture, just like you said, prison term. And I really admire those people. They still doing it. What I would like to ask people to do is that the final thing is that that we must participate in the local government, inform them, have a good relationship with them. So if we were to have a good relationship with the local people in San Francisco a long time ago and make them understand, they probably would not accept or allow this either. So it's very important, and that's what my people, our Cambodian American in San Jose is doing. We not that we sucking up to anybody, but we do that to prevent this from happening, because those local government, they don't know anything. It's up to those propaganda people to do it. I'm telling you, and I have witnessed what's going on in San Jose before I get involved. And to make it short, they want to do something on the January 7th. We get involved. They had written a proclamation, or not exactly, but thanks the invasion, something like that. That thing's not going to happen anymore. We gonna keep an eye on it, and also I would like to take this opportunity also to kind of do to let people know that on the 23rd of October we're gonna make a flag raising in our city, in our county, to remember that that day, October 23rd, which is the day that gave birth to our framework, to our democracy, and also bring back our flag of today. So maybe I would come back on your show to talk about that later. And
I would love it. And yes, not many people and not many city raised the flag on October 23rd. So since you brought it up, Lupu, I encourage all the Cambodian, please submit, submit the information to your city and make sure they are aware, and also get the town together. I'm sure every town, every community that have Cambodians, always there's a temple, and there's a temple, there's many people you can invite from the temple to show up at City Hall to raise the flag, because it's very significant. As you know, I'm not sure many of our youth know, but the Cambodian government, the regime, I hate calling the government because it's not real government. We did not elect them. The voices of people in Cambodia does not elect them. The regime does not celebrate that, period. It's the day that forgot, but that's the purpose of October 23rd, because the Khmer constitutions come from that. Yes. And for Hun Sen to forget about it, and also in addition to forget about it, they let you think of their win-win strategy, which is in Khmer, that. So whatever it is, they rewrite the history, and so it's up to the people of the people, especially outside of Cambodia, to tell their younger generation, to tell what is the truth, to say what is the truth, and that's why you are here, and that's why I am here. And thank you, Nancy. Lots of great comment, Nancy. And so thank you, Lupu, for that as well. Yeah, bring it up in the.
Not, since you talk about the 23rd is a backbone of the framework. The sad part about it is there's a group of people that going around in Cambodia to teach about what the 23rd October is all about. And guess where they are now?
They're in jail. They are in jail.
Yeah. So we must, as much as we remember the genocide, we have to do something to recognize those people, their efforts, and we're going to do it. And I hope other city would, like you said, you have asked other people to do that. I think we should do that as across the United States of America. And
Sounds good, Lupu. Yes.
any,
We are over our time, but if you
I
want
know.
to
I was afraid that we don't have enough subject to talk about, and I did.
we don't even finish our stuff yet, but we got almost everything. You have one more YouTube video you want to show. Do you want me to show it and close?
Yeah, please, because that is the title. Think twice about the Cambodia Day in San Francisco. Would you please show up at the final?
This is
finale.
actually culture.
It's a Cambodia Day San Francisco.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, that's the third one. I think that's as important because that speaks specifically to the. Thank you.
Into something intriguing today. Cambodia Day in San Francisco. It sounds like a celebration of Cambodian culture, right? But there's more to it than meets the eye. Hun Sen, Cambodia's prime minister for over 30 years, knows how to play the game of politics. He's been accused of using all sorts of tactics to stay in power. We're talking about suppressing opposition, manipulating elections, and even controlling security forces to create an environment of fear. Yes, fear. That's how he silences dissent. Now, you might wonder, what's this got to do with Cambodia Day in San Francisco? Well, events like these can sometimes be used as tools for propaganda. Hun Sen and his allies use such platforms to paint a favorable picture of their regime, even when the reality back home is much different. You see, Hun Sen has been criticized for leveraging corruption to maintain his grip on power. Despite international pressure, he's managed to dodge accountability for human rights abuses. And this raises some serious concerns about the future of democracy in Cambodia. But it doesn't stop there. Hun Sen's strategy extends beyond just political maneuvering. He's also focused on controlling the younger generation. By manipulating the education system and utilizing social media, he aims to mold a generation that's sympathetic to his rule. This ensures the longevity of his political dynasty. Speaking of social media, let's not forget its double-edged nature in Cambodian politics. Platforms like Facebook offer a space for free expression, but are also tools for spreading government propaganda. Hun Sen himself has used Facebook to threaten opponents and incite violence. This raises questions about the responsibility of social media companies in moderating content. What makes this even more complicated is the lack of transparency. Deleting posts or suspending accounts without explanation can hinder efforts to document human rights abuses. It's crucial to preserve digital content, especially in politically sensitive contexts, to ensure accountability. So, next time you hear about Cambodia Day in San Francisco, think about what's behind the scenes. Is it just a cultural celebration, or is there a deeper, more strategic motive at play? Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video enlightening, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on global politics. Until next time, stay curious.
Great video, Lupu.
I think it's said it all. And, yeah, it's.
Yeah, so I hope people have a second thought, and I hope people start thinking when they hear about the three items that Lupu talking about: religion, culture, and genocide. When they start hearing that three, for September 28th, talking about culture, and that is one thing that I always, wherever I go, I always hear. I always hear people say, we're doing this to keep our culture alive. We're doing this to keep our religion alive. And I always fight back. I always say, please look at Cambodia Crown. Please search that word if you are a youth and you don't know what it is. Cambodia Crown, it's under Vietnam. Cambodian does not have the freedom to practice religion. Cambodian does not have the freedom to practice learning Cambodia, and restrictions on culture. So if you don't have the country itself, don't depend that you're gonna have. Don't think that you're gonna keep your culture alive if you don't have a country.
They can always go to museum. That's where it's going to end up. No country's museum, there's a resting place.
Just hope that I have hope never get to that way.
I hope not. I hope that we still have a country. But there's many years ago, I read something. There's a monk. This was riding on the plane, and he was asked where he was from, and he wanted to tell him that he was from Cambodia, but actually he was born in Cambodia Kram, and there is no map there. If you look at the place he was born, it didn't say Cambodia.
It's called Vietnam.
So he was struggling. He said, how, like jokingly, he said, if I'm going to tell them that I was born in Cambodia, that I'm lying. That's against the Buddhist principle. You can't lie. And if I tell them that I wasn't from Cambodia, that because it was not, I was, in Vietnam. But he said no, he's a Cambodian. So I remember that one. And so pretty soon, if we don't do anything, and we don't look out, we don't rise up, we don't look at little things like this and let little thing creep up to be a bigger one, we're gonna face the same dilemma. Where were you born? Oh, I was born. Oh, wait a minute. So
I was
something.
born in the country that used to be this, now no longer this.
Yeah, and so, but anyway, and I think we exceeded the time, and you have the last word, and I.
Well, thank you, Luk Pu. Thank you for being here. Thank you, our viewer, our audience, that also very engaging. And I hope that your message, and I hope that my message regarding Cambodian American living, that you have the power, you have the voice. Please use your voice. Please do research. Luk Pu and I can only do so much to amplify the information, to give you the information. It's for you to think and say why this happened, why is that happened. And we all are busy, Luk Pu are busy, I am busy, but we take time to understand, we take time to see what's going on in the community, especially the community. I cannot say it enough. Look at the community, go to city council meeting, your city council meeting, and see what's going on, because if you live in a country or a city that have a lot of Cambodian, please be paying more attention, because if you are not going to do anything, they will do something, and they will bring January 7th. So be aware of when is the city council meeting, what's going on, and be aware of what's going on. And if you have any questions, if you would like to ask about September 28th, what's going on, you can put it into the chat, or you can Luk Pu have a Facebook, I have a Facebook, and ask, we have answer, we can tell you what's going on. Luk Pu can tell you what's going on. He is in San Jose, he is closer to San Francisco than I am, but the result is, no matter where we at, no matter where we live, we always care and concerned about what's coming into the United States, what is the regime is trying to do, trying to divide the community. That's the word. They always say think it's bringing Cambodian together, but it's not. It's dividing. Every time they're doing that, it's dividing. So.
Okay, well, thank you very much for having me, and you have done a very wonderful job, and I'm pretty sure that I'll now that I'm get familiar with this, a little bit comfortable, and I will reach out and thank you. Also, thanks Sita Arun for kind of initiate this, because I go to her from time to time about different things, and she's very accommodating and a wonderful person, and we have a common goal. Let's put it this way.
Yes.
And I thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luk Pu, and thank you, our audience. See you next Tuesday, everybody. And if you are in where my areas in LA, stay cool. It's been hot.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.